All right, guys, welcome back to our channel. This is David once again, and today we have a special guest, my good friend, business partner. We've been knowing each other for a long time. We've met in Shenzhen, so welcome Mike Michelini for the first time in our channel. Welcome, buddy. How you doing?
Thanks for having me, David. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. I love
Yeah.
it.
Thanks, man. I love what you do too. And actually, it's, also thanks to guys like you that, I've started, putting my face out there. I've started with the first Crossborder Summit in Shenzhen. I think the first one that I have spoken at was 2018, 2017. I'm not sure. So we are talking about Crossborder Summit. Why don't you tell us what is the Crossborder Summit, who you are, where are you based right now? And how did we end up doing this?
Sure. So I'm Mike Michelini, as you said. Crossborder Summit started in 2016, originally from my podcast called Global from Asia, which is, not really just about Amazon or e-commerce, but more about cross-border trade from Asia. And of course, as you do content and community, people want to meet in person, right? So what happened was, around 2015, people come for Canton Fair and they were saying, hey, I'm coming to Canton Fair. I listen to your podcast. Can we meet up? Can we have a cup of coffee? Can we go out for a bar? Which is cool, But of course, when so many are contacting you, it's a little bit overwhelming. And actually, I have to credit my wife. She was like, you should do a conference. You should bring the speakers and the experts that around the Canton Fair time. And people are in town and they can meet up. Maybe we announced it on the end of 2015. And started promoting it within just 3 or 4 months, because we did it April 2016 was the first one. It was just a one-day event in Shenzhen, China. I think you can imagine bringing all these amazing people from also it's all around the world, because, I think what a lot of people say about the content that we do is it's not US centric. A lot of Europeans listen to it, or people from, Asia listen to it, but we talk about it as if you're like a global business person, spoken as like an American in America doing business in Amazon, right?
It's really global. That's what I can say for sure. For me, it was the first important Amazon focused and cross-border focused e-commerce conference in Asia that I ever went to, with a specific focus on selling on Amazon. And that was amazing because we had speakers from all over the world, from the US, from Europe, also from China. So what is new with the Cross-Border Summit? Because we have seen, this event and your community evolving. And now I guess you're based as I am in Thailand, but I am in Bangkok and you're in Chiang Mai. So tell us about the new upcoming Cross-Border Summit in Chiang Mai, right?
Yep. It's in Chiang Mai. Save the date, November 16th, 17th. So we haven't had one. I think you were at the last one, was in Guangzhou, China in October 2019. So we did 4 up before COVID. Anyways, but this will be, so it's been 4 years since the last one, 2019, right? 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's going to be 4 years since our last one. So I don't know if we can call it annual or not, but I think there's just this COVID gap. But the reason we waited, David, was we wanted China to open up. We could have done it maybe in 2022. But China was still kind of locked down or closed or hard to leave. So China really only reopened in February of this year, maybe even March. I think it might have even been March, right before Canton Fair. So now that China's open, because like you said, we want to bring some really top Chinese sellers, Chinese experts that are confirmed already, a few big ones, and others pending. So we want to welcome our Chinese seller friends. We want to welcome, of course, people from around the world. It's also after, Canton Fair. So those going to Canton Fair. It's also some other big conferences in Southeast Asia around this time. But it's basically going to be, again, export, Amazon focused, English language. It's also, I want to say, we never really want to make it so big with like multiple hundreds of people. This will be about 150 people with speakers and guests and sponsors. So it's a more intimate one. People, if you watch our testimonials, you'll see people like it because you can actually talk to the speakers. You can talk to guests over a two-day conference time frame. So that way it's high value networking, and it's application only. So you have to fill out a form, and we have our team Maybe you'll talk to Sally or Mackie or some others on our team before, and we just make sure you're the right fit. And we actually want to know why you're going and things, but it's really high value networking.
I do remember that you have space for, of course, for the conferences, for the presentation or talk share of the different speakers, and every talk is very, very valuable. This is where I remembered that there is not a lot of space for actual sponsors, and I like to talk clearly. The general sentiment that is going on right now is that all of those conferences and big meetups are becoming saturated with sponsors. I remember it's not the case for the Crossborder Summit. I'm going to be one of the speakers, and I'm going to make sure that I will bring the maximum value for you guys to learn. And also, there is also going to be roundtables, just to say it with you, where actually the attendees can get in touch closer with the speaker and ask them questions. I think it's like 30 minutes or 1 hour for each. And also, we're going to have masterminds, of which I am going to host one of the masterminds about optimizing the listing. We're going to do a in-depth dive into the Amazon SEO, optimizing your listing, etc. So don't miss that. Of course, we will leave the link into the description. So tell us a little bit more on how it's going to be structured. Are we going to have the roundtables this time too, and conferences and speeches?
Sure. So the agenda is the core event's 2 full days, but we're going to have, for those that want to upgrade to VIP, like you mentioned, there's the mastermind the day before. So Wednesday, November 15th will be a half-day mastermind for VIP ticket holders only, where, like you said, you yourself are coming and hosting a table. And what we do is we rotate the VIPs around different mastermind tables for 4 hours. So you get to really spend a good amount of time with the experts about a specific topic. So of course you would be covering PPC and listing optimization, SEO for Amazon, and people would come ready for that discussion, where they can also get to know other VIPs or high level sellers and business owners. So even the networking of the guests. After that VIP mastermind, which is the afternoon of Wednesday, we have a VIP speaker dinner, which is really high value, right? Because we bring as many of the speakers that can make it come, as well as the VIP guests. And I always like to do it before the actual event, because we can get comfortable with each other. And it's almost like a behind the scenes. I think people like it because, like you said, I keep it real, like they said, like I don't like the fluff, and I like to involve the people. So we even talk about some of the, maybe there's some, last minute problem, switching. We show people the room where they're going to speak. We answer questions about what speakers might want to know. So you actually feel like you're part of the actual event. And that's the night before the day one. Day one's on Thursday, November 16th. And what we do is we dive into right into content, 9 to 5. And we're also, like you said, we're going to have roundtables to end each day. I think people always like that. We want to make sure, I got that idea maybe over the years, but people say, of course you want to learn, like we're going to have high value content, like speakers like you sharing like real, no fluff, like no
hands-on
stuff, hands-on, but we're also going to make sure you get roundtables. So at the end of each day, we're going to have you really just kind of break the audience room and make it into circles. Yeah. And we'll have speakers, and it's really like we have, topics, and the goal is to really make sure people there. Yeah. And then every day has an after party where we give some drinks, and it's offsite, of course, and you can network and team build. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but maybe we have a fireside chat, but usually it's so much content already, but we might have some kind of like fireside chat on one of those days. Yeah. And then, day 2 is similar, but high value content. Honestly, we're being even more selective about making it as focused and high value as possible. I mean, everybody likes to speak, it has been getting known over the years, and we always have new people that while we think we know everybody, we got new people in the community or in the internet finding us that are really excited to share. And we're bringing more sellers, right? We're bringing sellers. So like we actually have sellers that are Thai or, from China or from the West that are going to share, at least on a panel. Sometimes they might not have a PowerPoint. They don't either have time or as an actual seller, but some sellers are actually going to be sharing how they sell from Thailand over into the US or to Europe. And, I think people like to hear, they might not be the most famous people because they're busy being sellers, but they're like, 7-figure, 8-figure sellers in Asia. Yeah.
I want to say something here. You just said they might not be the most famous because they're busy being a seller. And I can tell you this also applies to service providers and agencies, because especially right now, I mean, the fact that you might be so present online, it doesn't actually mean that you're working, and vice versa. Because actually, when you're working a lot, like this is the reason why me personally, I have disappeared for 1 year from social media, from Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah,
We haven't been posting a lot. Why? Because we were so busy. What did we do last year? We have been optimizing thousands, and I mean thousands, 15,000
I know.
SKUs for our clients. So you guys, the business is changing, but that opens up a different topic. But you make sure that in this event, you're getting a lot of value with people that actually do their job, and they're going to share with you their best practice. I also like the fact that you're going to have actual local sellers from Thailand. And we also have Amazon that we are both
Yeah,
cooperating
Amazon will
with.
be there. Yep, yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be full of value, and you will also experience the real, Thai life. Chiang Mai is a beautiful city, so we're going to have some after party. I think, I don't know, for example, I love like markets, night markets in Chiang Mai.
Yep.
I think that's also good.
So we picked downtown of Chiang Mai. It's obviously not like Bangkok. It's, for those that aren't familiar, Chiang Mai is a little bit quieter, more like, I guess, suburban style. So it's not like urban, but it's got some areas. So we're in a downtown, and we are I'll be a little bit honest, we haven't fully confirmed, but we're looking to, yeah, like you said, we want to get traditional experiences for the after parties. So I believe day one, we're about to confirm they're going to make little Thai desserts. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have a picture
The
right now, but
coconut desserts.
yeah, the coconut ones. And then they'll have like, of course you can get if you don't want this, you have the standard Western stuff, but we're going to have this traditional Thai desserts and drinks. It's a really nice place. It's very close to the venue. We also don't want to make it too spread out. So you could walk. It might be like a 10-minute walk, or of course a quick car ride. And then day two, we might do a little bit more like a bar, because it's like more usually the second day we're finished. We don't want to get people to go too crazy on day one night.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to be ready for the full day. Day two, but day two will be more fun. Drinking, but also, of course, we'll also bring in some more traditional Thai experiences and people. Like, I have a Thai assistant that's been, learning Amazon as herself, and also bringing in some people on the team to help with the event at the day of the event. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have more Thai experiences. We're also working on some after event sessions that are optional, with workshops on the Saturday for an additional fee. And then Sunday, I am open to feedback. We're talking to those that already confirmed. We've already sold tickets, early birds. Some great people confirmed. That ones could be speakers themselves. But we're gonna maybe do a bike trip around downtown Chiang Mai, nice. Like kind of like a road bike, not like dirt bike. But we're looking to do that. It won't be so much extra, but it will be an additional a fee for that. So it's interested to go.
That's good. The last question I have for you: can you anticipate a little bit the lineup of the speakers? Of course, I'm going to speak, and who's going to be the next? I mean, can you name like 3 or 4 more speakers that are going to be interesting for our audience here?
Sure. So we have Howard Tai, our friend we just met in Bangkok, and he's a top 10 seller, over the years himself, and works with huge sellers all around the world, East Coast, West Coast. We're also having, we have a whole lineup. Mike Hartman, I don't think he's been also pretty quiet lately. He just exited his brand, which he was speaking about at the last Crossborder Summit 2019. He exited, I think 8-figure exit, but he just exited. So he's kind of just looking for the next thing to do. And he's more than happy to come and share about also various strategies for scaling your brand. We're having Wilson from China, Wilson Blues. Again, these people you might not know everywhere, but he's a top China seller, got VC funding, has 3 offices, multiple brands, doing this for like 10 years. We have Patrick Zhang, an 8-figure seller, maybe even 9, honestly. One of those massive offices all around China. and does products, even Lazada, top seller, top Amazon seller, top, drop ship supplier. We're also going to have Max, which is from Amazon Thailand, confirmed. So he's a really fun guy. Like we both were talking about before the recording, super nice and giving guy.
I think I saw Chris Rawlings.
Yeah, Chris Rawlings. Yeah, from Sophie Society.
Yeah.
He's gonna, I think it's his first time to Thailand. Actually, some of these people have never been to, whether it's Bangkok, Chiang Mai, any city. Zach Benson's coming. He's like a real pro on Instagram and external traffic. Just launched a book, top seller book about reach, getting maximum reach. And he always inspires me with great value. And he's coming. And
Zach Franklin too. Yeah.
Zach Franklin is great. He always, gives great insights.
Yeah.
And there's many more. And there's like, I mentioned some local sellers like Antoinette Jackson. She's from Australia. She's lived in Chiang Mai for 10 years. She's been on my podcast too, but she's a big seller in US and Europe for her own manufactured goods. We also have others like Andres, you met quickly at our Bangkok meetup. He's been 5 or 6 years selling from Thailand overseas in the US on Amazon. So of course we're gonna have panels where we bring these top China sellers and Western sellers together, and you'll also have them there the whole time to talk to.
That's really amazing. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. How's the ticket status right now? What's going to be the full price? What's the current price? Do we still have early birds? When is it going to increase? And can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Sure. So I'm opening up the page, but we do, we had a super early bird. We're into early bird now, which is about $350 US for general entry and a bit under $700 for the VIP. So as I mentioned earlier, the differences, but basically the general entry is the two main days, the Thursday and Friday. To get that upgrade to VIP is for the half day mastermind the day before with speakers and other VIPs, as well as that speaker dinner also the night before, as well as any preferential seating. But we're only going to do 100 tickets, and we've already we've already turned away some people. Even yesterday, I think I mentioned to you I did a small meetup and people wanted to come, but we're really trying to get more experienced sellers or actual sellers. So we are being more selective. There's no buy now. If you go to the site, you'll see apply now, and we will invoice you if we approve you. And it's not like a secret link. You actually have to within a certain amount of course we give you a little bit of time, but because there's a countdown, so like as of recording, we're going to increase price steadily. We just keep steadily increasing the price. If you wait till the last minute, if there even is, I think we're going to sell out this year though. The way it's going right now, we're already at like 20-25% capacity, and I haven't really pushed it too much. And
seems like it's going to be super cool, super amazing. So we can't wait to be there. So thank you so much, Mike, for this interview, for telling us about the Crossborder Summit. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be one of the speakers. So can't wait. Can't wait to see you again, to see you guys. Chiang Mai is beautiful. That season is perfect. So it's gonna be fun. Maybe we're gonna have some extras, the after parties. I don't know. We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna arrange something for you guys, some surprise. So
for those that apply, if you mention David's name, there's gonna be how to hear about us. That'll definitely stick out to us when we're applying as part of our SOP to see how people heard about us and why they're coming. So definitely mention that when you apply.
Yeah, I almost forgot that. Mention my name, say that you're coming from this channel, and I'll see you guys in Chiang Mai. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers, everybody.